We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Friendster, MySpace.
Find the pics.
X, triple X.
Wow.
Probably not that last one. Probably not that last one.
Representation.
Representation. Wow, who's your favorite Pinoy Bomba star?
What is that?
Okay. Who's your favorite Pinoy Bomba star?
Oh, you're looking at him.
Wow. Representation.
Raph, we're looking at you, Raph.
Wow.
Yeah.
FMA stands for something else. What's up, Pandeez?
Welcome to another episode of the Pandesoul podcast,
where we explore the flavors of being Filipino and American.
We're your hosts. I'm the Dremagix.
I'm the Fictitious Professor.
and I'm EJ and we hope you're hungry.
Because there's plenty to go around. What's up, Pandeez? Welcome back to another special edition episode of the Pandesoul podcast. I'm your host, Dremagix.
I'm EJ
And we have two special guests. Our EP, the Grandmaster of the Matrix,
Yes.
Christian Resonda. And then we have Sir Bobby from Bunal Brand and FMAlife. Can you tell us what it is you do and with those two kind of organizations?
Sure. FMAlife and Bunal Brand, they're heavily in the martial arts community, especially the Filipino martial arts. Bunal Brand sells a lot of products, and they support the community by introducing the arts globally. Right now, they do have a learning curriculum. It's based in Southern California, and then soon they're going to go online. FMAlife, we do a lot of media, so everything from photographs to video of seminars, workshops, instructional videos, and just supporting the whole community. So today at this Filipino Expo convention, we're basically showcasing Bunal Brand to the community and also giving out certain freebies if people learn different patterns of different martial arts like Eskrima. And then FMAlife is kind of covering it as well as having some products there too as well.
Cool. Before we dive deeper into the conversation, please go and check out the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and YouTube at Pandesoul Podcast, as well as all the social media. Click on all the buttons, do all the internet things, because hey, it's 2023, right? We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Friendster, MySpace.
Find the pics.
X, triple X.
Wow.
Probably not that last one. Probably not that last one.
Representation.
Representation. Wow, who's your favorite Pinoy Bomba star?
What is that?
Okay. Who's your favorite Pinoy Bomba star?
Oh, you're looking at him.
Wow. Representation.
Raph, we're looking at you, Raph.
Wow.
Yeah.
FMA stands for something else.
Female and male, yeah.
Did that get you? Did that get you? Success!
Oh, shoot.
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes. The Grandmaster of Jokes is here.
All right.
So, bridging the gap, right? How is the FMA scene different from, the martial arts scene in the Philippines compared to the one here in the States?
Yeah, so over there, people are going to school. They're introduced into the school system.
Time out.
And they,
Stop playing with the stick. You're being a director. You're playing.
yeah,
Sorry, I'm just
it's
fucking
cool.
with
It's
you.
cool. And they made it the official, sport of the Philippines several years ago. But over there, they don't really practice it like how they do it globally, because globally they use it in movies. So a lot of movies today, they use Filipino martial arts, but they don't say it's Filipino martial arts. They'll have an expression that it's Japanese or Chinese, but it's actually Filipino martial arts.
What are some examples in the media that you're talking about?
Okay, so let's say movies, the Batman, Dune. They do a little bit in the Bruce Lee movies, that Death movie where Bruce Lee is with Dan Inosanto, which is a pretty known, Filipino martial arts artist because he was good friends with Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And so he propagated FMA throughout the world, and so now you see it in a lot of movies. Also, other movies like Batman.
Yeah.
Batman, and then even Mandalorian with Diane Inosanto, who's the daughter.
Yeah.
So she's Filipino, and she did some Filipino martial arts within Mandalorian the first season, and then she's in the second season, She's in the season of Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's her. Diane. Yeah, she plays a witch. Yeah. Yeah.
Circling back.
Sure.
It's,
let's
it's
circle.
not. Yeah, I know. Half circling
Let's
back.
go. Yeah.
I graduated in the Philippines. I studied most of my life in the Philippines, and
Sure.
we never really did
Exactly.
practice martial arts or like eskrima or arnis.
Yes.
Well, arnis in college it was PE, considered PE, right?
Uh-huh.
But then I tell you, no one is actually taking that seriously. So
Yes.
they just thought that it's something that it's one of those things
Yeah.
you do just so
Yeah.
you can fulfill your requirements for graduation. But moving here and then being with this guy,
Sure.
Raf right here.
Raf.
He put a spotlight in Arnis, or it's
Yeah,
called
eskrima.
eskrima. That's
Yeah.
the more politically correct term, right?
Yes.
Eskrima. So he put a spotlight on eskrima that I never really, knew about, and I'm like, it's actually beautiful because it's a martial art form that we can consider true to our heritage.
Correct.
But how come we never really get to practice it in the Philippines, where it's actually the
Yeah.
Philippines, right?
Yeah.
Same as the folk dances. We know by books or like by lessons about the pandanga sa ilaw, the tinikling, the singkil and everything.
Yes.
But we don't really get to practice it, and it's so weird because like. How do you do it here when the Filipinos don't do it in the Philippines? And then when I moved here, one of the things that surprised me the most is the SPCNs, the Filipino Cultural Nights.
Sure.
Because I'm like, you are celebrating the Filipino-ness,
Yes.
technically, and we never had that. Because I think it's coming from, it's also actually a perspective of privilege. Because we never get to assert our identity in the Philippines because we know that we're from there.
Sure.
Versus like here, it's actually being practiced. It's being treasured. And the argument of like, who's more Filipino, the Filipinos in the Philippines or the Filipinos outside the Philippines?
Yeah.
And I can tell that the Filipinos outside the Philippines are more Filipino because they're taking care of the traditions, of the culture, of the heritage. And I think that's something that we call a spade, It's a heavy...
You're a spade.
Yeah, you're a spade. it's a heavy argument, a discussion right now on digital. But like, show to the world, Filipinos in the Philippines, how Filipino you are by taking care of your culture, by taking care of your heritage. Because most of the people there, it's more westernized. And I can tell,
Yeah.
I speak straight English, and I'm Filipino, like, because that's one of the subjects that is kind of shoved down our throats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pero marunong naman ako mag-Tagalog. Like, but then, it's some... So thank you for what you're doing. And when we're talking about bridging generations, like your programs, do you have like, is it open to like different generations, or is there like a...
I mean, we do have, we are inclusive, so we do have all the way to trans,
Nice.
that train with us,
Yeah.
as well as, young kids and older seniors and stuff like that. So we do have that inclusivity. It's open because, we're trying to promote Filipino martial arts, not just to our culture, but a lot of students are from different races. As
That
well.
is beautiful.
Yes.
That is beautiful. That is representation. We've been
Yes.
talking about representation for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And,
For
and this
hours.
is how, for hours actually. For hours. And also in the different episodes that Pandesoul had, no?
Yeah.
We're talking about representation. This is representation
Yes.
when you don't need like the spotlight. You don't need the glitz and the glam of like TV or film.
Yeah.
You just have to open it for the other generations. And thank you for what you're doing.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
So is this like a regular thing? Say for example, like Tuesday, Thursdays, you get the adult classes, and then
Yeah,
Saturdays.
So the grandmaster that we all learn with, who's right here behind
there,
me.
the
he's
one in the yellow, right
Yeah, so
there.
he teaches at 3 different colleges: Mount San Antonio College, Cal Poly Pomona, and Glendale College. And he also teaches at some schools throughout the week at the park. So he's a full-time martial artist. He as well doesn't just teach Filipino martial arts. He's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he also teaches kickboxing as well. So full-time martial artist and a professor at the college at
Wow.
Mount Sac.
Okay, I have a question
Sure.
now. So we got you on the pod thanks to our huy, tahimik ka dyan.
Ang daming maingay. Charot.
We got you on the pod thanks to our director of photography, Rafael, who's one of the students
Sure.
of your school. I have to ask you, how did he really break his arm? Is that
Okay.
Was he winning, or no?
Okay, we
shit.
have a bi-yearly event called Sparbecue, where you spar and you have barbecue. Different schools come invite. So
Dang, you
there's no
lost to a barbecue.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Raph. I love you.
So he was sparring with a dog brother. Dog brothers, they like to hit and then take you down and grapple. That's their style. Okay.
Walang consent.
So he had grappled with one of them, sparred with one of them, and then the next person he sparred, he dislocated it, and I got it on video too.
Why did you choose a hard one?
Yeah.
When you
Using
fight,
a
you go,
barbecue
hey,
stick?
Choose someone your own
pick me
size.
an easy one. What did you went in? Give me your grandmaster.
Dollar hits could never.
Next time, Raph, huh?
Yeah.
Let me be your Freddy Roach. I go, hell no, give him the easy one. He's just starting again.
Yeah, we're waiting for him to heal to come back.
Nice.
He's still not there yet.
Yeah.
But like, is there? Where can our viewers find you? Where can our
can they watch
listeners
that
find
video?
you?
Yeah.
Where can they watch that expose?
That particular video is on FMAlife. The Instagram is at f.m.a.life. That's Life. Or on the YouTube, it's youtube.com. It's going to be FMAlife TV.
Wow.
And then you'll see Raph there in one of the barbecues. You just have to look which one it is.
Barbecue.
That should be viral.
He's
no?
at the very end of it where he dislocates, and you can hear him screaming too.
Dang.
Wow.
You can develop that as a reel.
we
Are you
go.
getting
'Cause it's
monetized?
real.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh my
We're gonna
God.
get that and play it locally on a loop.
There you go. Yeah.
We're actually playing it on our iPad right now.
Yeah, FMAlife gives you permission to extract that part of the clip and loop it.
Oh, thank you.
There it
thank
is.
you,
There it
thank you.
is.
We appreciate
There it
it.
is, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna make a T-Pain remix.
There you go. Auto tune.
Raph
No,
Pain.
we love our DP rap.
Oh, okay.
Um, We have one question just to
Sure.
kind of bring us out, right? But before that, please go on and watch our past episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please check out FMA Life Live.
Life. Life.
FMA Life on all the social platforms. Go on all our social media, click all the buttons at Pandesoul Podcast, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, do all the things. But kind of talking us out of this episode.
Sure.
Can you explain? Because I've heard this story many times, but
Okay. Hopefully I know the story.
I'm sure if you don't.
What if I know the story?
It could be any story.
All right. Kind of talking us out of this episode. If you were to train with any other grandmaster other than your own,
Sure.
obviously, to learn from, who would it be in the FMA systems?
I would say learn with Dan Inosanto
Dan
because he's the
Inosanto.
oldest and the most senior FMA practitioner right now who has trained with so many different Filipino martial artists from the past that have already passed away, as well as the legendary Bruce Lee.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for being on the Pandesoul podcast. And we've been your hosts. I'm the Dremagix.
I'm EJ Villiaman.
And our EP, Christian Reyesonda, as well as Bobby from
FMA Life and Bunal Brand. Thank you so much, Bobby.
Thank you.
And as always,
Don't forget your baon.
peace.
O sige na, Pandeez. Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Pandesoul Podcast.
And check out previous episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Also, check out all our social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, at Pandesoul Podcast.
Thanks for laughing and hope to see you in the next episode because there's enough Pandesal to go around.
And don't forget your baon.